Hello all you beautiful people, what's up? I'm Mark and this is epicconfections. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. Just hanging out with my friend Bill here. He's a little chilly, so I gave him a scarf. You say hi? What are your hands doing under that table? Y'all don't want to know. Can you say hi, Bill? Can you say hi to the people? Kind of looks like he's giving you the finger. I'm sorry about that. He's a little inappropriate. So this week I am so excited to be collaborating with incredible and beautiful and talented ladies. We have Rosie from Rosie's Dessert Spot. We have Lorelie from Wedding Cakes for You. And we have Hannah from Storytale Cakes. Definitely go check out their channels and their incredible Halloween videos. I will link in the description below. All of us decided to get together and create some amazing Halloween cakes, so that is what the collaboration is all about today. So today I decided I'm going to be making a evil piece of cake. What? What did you say? What did I say? Huh? Yes, an evil piece of cake. Let's do it. Yo! Well, you guys asked for it. You wanted more fondant cakes, so that's what we're gonna do today. I just started out by leveling 3 9-inch round white cakes, and of course offering some scraps to Bill. Next, I just put a really thin smear of plain white buttercream in between the layers and stacked my cake up. Now we want this to be a piece of cake, so I just literally cut that round cake into a slice of cake, and there you have it. One piece of cake. And just giving this a quick crumb coat and then using a really hot spatula and some water, smoothing it all out until I get some nice crisp edges, and then I popped it into the freezer for about 20 minutes. I then colored a couple pieces of fondant. The first one there is an ivory and a yellow mix, and the next is a bubblegum pink. So this is actually going to be the cake part of our cake, which is why I dyed it that color, because I wanted it to look like a yellow sponge cake. So I just rolled out some fondant and trimmed up some sides, and then we're going to go right ahead and roll it up and stick it just on the 2 front sides of the cake. Just trimming up those edges with a really sharp X-Acto knife, and then smoothing out that fondant. Next, I took my Wilton ball tool and I just started randomly indenting the fondant just to give it a little bit of texture. Then I use this other tool. I call it the pokey tool because it's really sharp, and I just went ahead and just poked a whole bunch of little tiny holes all over that cake, and it took about 8 hours. Okay, so it probably took like 25 minutes. But anyway, that is the result of the texture. Look at that. I love that. It looks like sponge cake. To add even more depth, I just took a really clean and brand new sponge and just started sponging the entire surface of the fondant. I then took my bubblegum pink fondant and I rolled it out into a long cylinder, and I did want it to be nice and lumpy. You can see that texture on there, because I then made sure that my fondant was nice and wet in a straight line, and I applied it all in one piece, and it looks like icing is spewing over the sides of the cake. Make sure to trim off any excess and make sure that those little strips are really nice and firm on that fondant. Using that same bubblegum pink, I rolled out a piece of fondant and we're going to apply it to the top of the cake, and then we are going to trim up all those sides. And here I'm just using a little tool and I'm pushing in all that pink fondant so that it is not such a harsh, crisp line, so that it's nice and rounded. And I rolled out another piece of pink fondant and I stuck it right on the back, Again, trimming up all that excess fondant and making sure you have nice clean lines. And then I'm going to take that tool again, and I'm going to make sure that we have some nice rounded edges. And there we go, a piece of cake. For my next trick, kids, I just rolled out a piece of white fondant and I cut out a big triangle, but I wanted this to look like a drip cake. So I just cut out some waves at the bottom of the fondant, and there you go. It looks like a ghost. I'm just going to apply it right to the top of the cake and make sure it's all secured down, and then I'm going to trim off all the excess. So next, I took a 9-inch round cake board and I cut it into a triangle, but I folded it first so that you get that little kind of beaky mouth. See that? Then yes, don't kill me, but I'm cutting right into this fondant cake. I'm literally cutting right into the cake, because we're going to stick that piece of cardboard right into that slit that we made, and then we're going to place a little tiny baby dowel in between the pieces of cardboard, and that'll hold the mouth open. I took some bubblegum pink buttercream and I iced the entire inside of the mouth, making sure to cover that little dowel as well with your icing. So here I'm starting to work on his tongue. Just took a piece of red fondant and rolled it out into a long thick triangle and flattened it out with my fondant smooth. Using a couple different tools, I started by drawing a line right down the center of the tongue and just kind of applied a whole bunch of different texture to the tongue using a whole bunch of different tools, and this is the result I got. So I folded the base of the tongue before putting it into the cake, and then I just kind of played around with it a little bit, and I liked how it kind of hung off the side of the cake. I thought that looked amazing. Here I'm just adding a whole bunch of random different sized teeth with some white fondant, just rolling them out into some small round triangles. And here we go. We got a whole bunch of really crazy screwed up teeth. So I am super happy with the way that this grotesque piece of cake looks. I'm just going to do some finishing touches. Here I have some red glaze. I have a couple cherries, paintbrush, I have a red candle, and I just have a small piping bag with a star tip with some white icing. So I'm going to go ahead and do the final touches. Just applying 2 dollops right on that cake and putting his cherry eyeballs on top of those dollops. Look at that. That is so cool. I love it so much. I then stuck his red birthday candle right in the top of the cake, and there you have it. Just using some of that red glaze, and I'm applying it all over the gum line and on the teeth, and this is the result I got. So here he is, guys. Here is the evil piece of cake. Wasn't it a piece of cake? Oh, stop. What do you think of it, Bill? Isn't he cool? He's your friend. Although, you could use something to eat. You're a little skinny. So that's it, guys. If you like what you saw, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. Thank you so much to all the ladies in this collaboration. I have such a blast working with all of you. You guys are amazing and talented and super beautiful. I love each and every one of you. Make sure to go check out their channels and their videos. I will link in the description below. Thank you so much to Mariposa Market for sponsoring this epic piece of cake. And I will see all of y'all next week. Mwah! And because I won't see you next week until like Tuesday or Wednesday, make sure, yes, I'm gonna say it again, y'all, to tune into Food Network Canada at 10 p.m. on October 28th. That is a Monday, and you all will see my pretty face on camera. I can't wait, I'm so excited!